The podcast that you're about to listen to does not care about your emotions, your hypersensitivity, or your political correctness. If you wish to continue, then
shut up and sit down.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. You're listening to the A5 podcast. I'm Frank, a.k.a. PJ, here with John.
You're a loser, baby.
Ray.
Let's get it on.
And Fabian.
Oh, yes.
Fellas,
what up?
Another day, another dollar. What up?
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
Chilling. I'm chilling, bro.
Nothing new? Nothing special?
No.
Shouts out to Jonah. He couldn't be with us today, but, you know.
We miss you, bro.
Always.
Have fun editing this.
You're in our hearts.
Word.
Oh, man. So I got a question for y'all.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. A little context.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. A couple weeks back, we were doing like a Christmas get together with some of my wife and I's friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
I saw that, by the way. Nice pictures on Facebook.
I appreciate that.
On
It was
Instagram.
good,
Nice.
right?
Yeah. You guys will have a grand old time.
my Christmas sweater was on point. Anyways,
I like that.
The conversations like came up about like couples and sex and all that, because some of them recently had a beautiful baby, right?
Congratulations to that.
Oh, you should have slid the relief by Becky in there. Anyway.
I mean,
Bachelorette party coming up.
that she could probably help me.
We'll talk later.
With this inquiry.
We'll talk later about that.
That's fine. So the topic came up. Like, they just recently started being able to, you know, get jiggy with it from the post labor situation, right? Because John, correct me if I'm wrong. You
6
can't.
weeks.
You got to wait 6 weeks before you can.
6 weeks
get
with no
get it right.
Was that a hard 6 weeks?
Nah.
Or soft?
Well, you jerk off.
I think they had to go longer. To my knowledge, it was like 6 months.
You don't believe in you don't believe in jerking your dick off?
I've been refraining from it.
I mean, not that you are refraining from it, but if you are married and you just had a kid, you're gonna wait a whole 6 weeks and not orgasm.
That will make it much better.
To be fair, you don't have to jerk off because there are other parts of her body. I'm not saying anything like that, you know, below the way. I'm just saying, you know, there are things.
Well, even though there's still another thing.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Right. You don't need the tattered vagina.
My gynecologist said I can't have sex for 5 weeks. Yeah, what do your dentist say?
I believe they had to wait a bit longer than that, because there was other situations. I think it was like 6 months.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He is a brave man.
6 months?
I mean, yeah. He did.
I got
But
late nights at the office?
I got a question that I'm not going to ask.
It's besides the point.
Okay.
But
why not?
Is it?
You know, I brought up one of my aggravations, and I think maybe an aggravation that other men share, other married men share. Mm-hmm. My wife is hot, right, to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I want her to express this, like display this a little bit more.
That you're sexy.
Right. Like,
you.
I want her to embrace her sex appeal.
You want to feel like Aisha Curry, or how she feels, because she said she don't feel sexy.
I want her to embrace her sex appeal.
And somehow find you.
Right.
Okay.
Right? Like, and not just home. Like, if we go out, like, you know, like,
doll up.
embrace yourself. Like you got curves, girl. Like, use them curves. Right? Mm-hmm. We had this in conversation. She threw back at me, well, what do you do? And I was a little stumped. Not gonna lie. Because
I'm imagining Frank
yeah, that's really how I felt. I was like, well,
let me get back to you.
That is a rare situation to be in for Frank, too.
You just fly. You don't have a booty, so you can't do the same thing.
I mean,
nigga, even if you got a booty, ew. you're not gonna be showing the shit off, and you're not gonna be twerking in the club. And shit like,
that's what got. That's what got me. That's what got me because I'm sitting here like, well, like, what the fuck can I do? Like, really, what can
to look physically sexy
outside of the summer? Correct. Outside of the summer and wearing like a tank top or something where I don't even think I got much going on to show that.
Your beard.
What?
Your beard. Start with your grooming. That's how you. We don't have the same. We don't have tits and ass and pretty faces. So you gotta accentuate the things that are dope about you. It's not. Women are not into as physical creatures as we are. They will fuck an ugly nigga. You know they will.
Intellect and emotion,
bruh. So your sexiness is not their sexiness. We're visual creatures. We're visual creatures. So everything for us is you gotta sound and look good. You know what I'm saying? All of that's the package. You can make me nut off of just sounding and looking good. 2 pumps and I'm out because you fucking just look so fucking good right now. Right? Y'all know y'all been there.
You ain't wrong.
Y'all been there.
You ain't wrong.
A girl, your wife, whoever is just bad. You just look so fucking good. Good girl. Oh, that's it. Right? Yeah. For them, what's gonna get their juices flowing, right?
Is that conversation?
Are you
making
listening?
them laugh?
Are you? Ooh,
certain activities that you do.
Setting the mood.
Not necessarily physical, because we're different creatures. We see things. Men and women see things a little bit. A lot of them, not all of them.
What you can do to be sexy to your wife, the only thing you can do to be sexy to her is not even the beard and looking fly. That helps. That's initial attraction, but you already bagged her. Attention. They love attention. The same way they love likes on Facebook, Instagram, they love likes in real life. Oh, babe, you look so good right now. Oh, look at that.
I'm not gonna lie. So, that is something I absolutely need to work on.
That's how
I get distracted by everything else that's not important.
That's how you look sexy to them. You will look sexy to them if you say those things to them. You could be smelling like oil and fart. Nigga, she ain't gonna care because you just sitting there. My man's so sexy. He paying attention to me. He asked me if I want my foot rubbed.
She likes when I smell like mechanic.
Brush. That's because she like you.
Right? Like I'm about to go like roll around like in an engine bay. And just go home and be like, hey babe.
That's because she like you. And she like the smell of mechanic because she like the smell of you. And she attaches the smell of a mechanic with you. I bet you she ain't like mechanic smell before you.
Well, you know what? Some women actually do like that. The look of like a man,
a working man.
Yeah,
like I've had compliments on my work at my work. They're like, "Oh, damn, you look good the next morning." I'm like, "What do you mean? I remember my fucking boots and my fucking."
He can't just fuck after that. He dirty, so because you smell dirty. She might get the pheromones or whatever they get their juices flowing to smell, but to actually to look good to her or to get that response that you want from her, it's all about her head, bro.
It's funny too because like she be telling me that she likes my hair better when it's not done. Like how it looks right now. I know like y'all in the audio world can't see this. It's fucked up.
It's a mess.
Don't your wife look better in sweatpants and
but it's not that messy,
and with her hair up?
Yeah.
As opposed to
I was just telling this to a chick recently. I was like, she did not believe it. I'm like, yeah, it's one thing to get dolled up and look in the dress, but it's one thing to be starting around with this little jiggle going on in the freaking pajama pants.
She puts my wife puts her pajama pants on and walks around in a hoodie with her little whatever, and I'll be like, God damn, girl, you so fucking fine. Like,
my wife rarely puts my hoodies on. She did last weekend.
It drove you crazy.
Yeah, I was like, it's just, you look so comfortable and sexy, and what's under there?
Yep, you about to eat it from the back. Yeah.
I don't know about all that.
Nigga, I ain't saying eating asshole. What you mean? What's wrong with eating it from the back?
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about eating ass. Nah.
Even if you was eating ass, your wife asshole. Did she wash her ass? Did she wipe her ass? You better press your tongue all up in there. Yeah, listen.
Next conversation.
Dude, you want to have this conversation?
Next topic.
No. Bruh, I ain't saying you gotta motherfucking eat shit. Go ahead and put your tongue. Go ahead and lick your wife booty, nigga. You better stop playing. That's your wife.
I laugh because Winston, before he said that licking, he licked his lips.
Listen, there is no other booty you're ever gonna have in life. That's the only piece of ass you ever going to have forever. You better do what the fuck you want. You better make sure that she's enjoying it too. And she might not know if she enjoy it. You might not know if you enjoy it.
Until you try it.
But
nah.
okay. All right. I've been married a little bit longer. And sex has always been good in my relationship. But as we got older, we just, hey, you want to try this? Hey, let's try that. What about this? And some things is cool. Some things you realize, hey, that's only good on Pornhub. We can't do that.
Yeah.
I got sciatica. Like, I can't move like that. I can't twist that way. I don't bend that way. But
You have to hydrate
it's
before this.
about about the fun of it. There is no more ultimate way to share your love for someone than through sex.
You know, that was actually a conversation that came up too, whether or not like you watch porn with your significant other.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with it.
No, but there are a lot of people who have. They're like, no, you don't. There's no reason to. No, I listen. Like, everyone can use an idea.
Ain't even about the idea. Well, yes, the ideas are good too, but it's something about the voyeurism, I guess. It's just watching. Because it's not like nobody's cheating. Y'all together, and it's like, yo, we're watching this together, and while you're watching that, and it's like, oh, but you're here. So eventually it gets to the point where you're not even watching shit no more. It's just like all of this energy that I'm building up watching this, I'm about to focus all of this energy on you. And
I agree with you.
And it's cool. So people we have a real problem in this country about being sexual. We're such a sexualized country, but we don't embrace sex. It's so weird.
It's privatized.
It's smart. But sex is always privatized. Otherwise, it gets rapey.
That's not true.
What?
It gets rapey.
Oh.
If you're not privatizing, if it's fucking community, right? If it's not privatized and fucking owned by sex industry,
It doesn't make it rapey though. Just, like,
you're not
that's voyeurism. Like you do it where and
I'm
when
talking
you
about
want.
the actual act of sex. I ain't talking about watching sex.
Yeah, I mean, all right. So what is it? What is it called when you just do it when and where you please?
When you what?
When you have sex where and when you please.
Yeah, that's
Like you just found
sex.
an alley and you're just like, yo, let's rock out.
That's not exhibition, right? Exhibition.
Oh, that's what it is.
Exhibitionism.
Yep.
That's I want to. I think that's next on the list.
I think that's something that
Public. You got
Exhibitionism? Exhibitionism
not
is
necessarily
awesome.
going in front. Maybe I don't know about going
not in front of people, but just
but
in a spot where you're not supposed to go.
yeah,
Yes,
that's exciting. I feel like.
Well, I mean, the
it
whole
is, but
Macy's
you know
in
what's
Middletown.
exciting? But I had the best time I had that
I
was
didn't
when I
do
was.
it, but I just feel like this is a perfect spot.
It was not break. It was what happens when you first get back together after a breakup.
Makeup sex?
I guess it is makeup sex. So, yes, that was actually pretty exciting. Where it wasn't. Yeah, I'm not gonna even.
Spit it out. You don't gotta give us the
Nigga,
person.
you're on your.
just like,
Did you listen to the disclaimer at the beginning of the episode?
I got a brief dome session underneath a bar in the middle of a club.
Yeah, okay.
that's a
was-
good time.
probably-
Now that's exhibitionism.
Wow, yeah,
Under a bar at that, they ain't even like
Risky.
drapery.
yeah.
'Cause
That's risky too because what's the showing yourself? What's that thing?
Flashing. What do you mean?
Yeah, flashing. But what was it that Peewee Herman got in trouble for?
He was masturbating in public.
Yeah. So that's a form of a sexual act, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a sexual act.
And then so that's something if it's just it enhances the risk.
Indecent exposure.
There you go. Thank you.
There you go. That's the word. So to answer your question, you have to find out how
To make-
nasty your wife want to get, and start finding ways to get towards that. Whether it's listening to a Usher album.
No. I think the best way to do that is actually find out exactly what you could do. Like it goes back to what you could do right. Because once you open that door, then she might be down for all types of stuff
You
because
don't
she's
know.
already
You
in
don't
that
know.
mood.
You don't know
If
because she's always. You have to remember they're always going to be like, I'm not doing that.
well
They
because
all say the shit.
yeah
until
because
you start doing it.
Because if you guys just watching a Netflix movie, then you're gonna be like, yeah, you know what? How about I just hit it from the back in at a bus station, and
Nah,
while
you're
you're
not
just chilling on the
smooth,
couch,
and you
like
don't
you don't just
deserve
come
the
up with
pussy that
that.
you get from
But if you just like if you're both excited and you're in the mood and shit like that, then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, this doesn't sound like a bad idea. Then it's gonna open the door for her to do all types of shit because she's in a different mode.
Bruh.
You're not necessarily thinking about that crazy shit while you're just
I know
chilling.
this conversation transformed, but you get a bottle on a tomorrow night, because Sunday you don't gotta work.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Saturday night, get a bottle, sit in the house with your wife, and I ain't talking about a wine bar. You can do wine. Wine is romantic.
My man,
Hold on
but
a second.
all right.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna reel this back.
Uh-oh.
What was it that you did before you got married?
To be sexy.
See, here's the thing. I don't know.
You don't remember, or you don't know?
I'm gonna go with a little bit of both.
Remember? Okay,
Because
so,
like there. All right. So I feel like when you're dating, right? Especially when you're dating, especially when you're newly dating, right? There's just certain things that are organic, or there's certain energies that are just organic, right? And then little by little, you fall into a pattern. And I feel like you guys just sync up with that pattern, even for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And then the rut I think that I'm stuck in is not so much what's going on between her and I, but what's going on around us, right? Whether it's her job, my job, or whatever chaos is consuming our energy. So like by the time 9 o'clock comes,
Fuck
bro.
that. When you see your wife washing the dishes, whatever, nigga, it's gonna sound crazy. I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't want to be disrespectful.
I get where you're going.
But just pull them drawers down and just go to work. As she's washing the dishes.
I don't
Who gives
think
a
that's
fuck
what Frank
in the middle
is trying
of it?
to say, though. Right?
No, what I'm saying is he's worried about losing the spark. He's talking about the spark, and that helps.
But I'm not talking about losing the spark. It's like
being spontaneous. What
no,
worked
I don't
before?
think this is.
but you need to do that though. Both people need to be in a certain mental spot.
Yeah. So I think what Frank is trying to say.
You
How
can't
do you get to that spot?
I think my issue, and maybe some of hers, is getting ourselves into that mental spot, or expanding that spot's range.
Let's go back to the first
Just
question.
do it.
To what made Frank even bring this up. He was dumbfounded when she was like, "Well, what do you do, if for the sex appeal? What do you do to make
See
me
that one coming.
To make me want
I really didn't.
or whatever?" So I think that's where you got to figure out what it is that that you did back in the day to get that. Make things fresh again, man. Make it like as if you were dating again. Do your best to do that. And I think that brings some type of excitement. Maybe you can even role play.
I think part of the problem. I personally think it's a male problem, but I'll definitely say it's my problem. Is I do leave a lot on her, because in my mind, you've got the assets to make it happen, right? Because
we don't see ourselves as
our wives, girlfriends, or whatever, approach us, and for us, it's kind of like a flip of a switch, right? We don't really need a lot of winding. It's just a matter of hitting the on button. You know what I mean?
Dick's working.
I know, man. I get what you're saying.
Right, but for I think a guy looks at getting his girl going as work. Right?
No, but don't look at it like that.
Well, I don't look at it like that.
I'm saying most. I'm not gonna say you.
That part of.
I'm saying a lot of men in general. We leave it up to the women to set tones. So then we look at them you gotta wear the lingerie, right? You gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta push them titties up and put them out there, wear that thong, whatever. All these things for women to do.
And so you're asking, what is it that you need to do to be sexy? What could you do?
You know what? Before you even get to the foreplay part, before you even get to that part where you're even touching or kissing each other, because that's one thing. I'm talking about what's gonna make her be like, damn, I can't wait till he gets on me tonight. That type of shit.
Exactly.
I think that's what he's trying to allude to.
Because that shit used to be organic.
What happens in the bed happens way before even foreplay begins. It happens before that. It's like the pregame.
Foreplay is nibbling on somebody's ear. Again, while she washing the dishes, just smacking the butt. It's getting a good handful of ass. It's those things that a girl, she gonna be like, what type of time is this nigga on today? Those are little subtle hints.
But again,
that you do. By the end of the night, you're gonna be in the guts.
I go back to the ambient noise.
Yeah.
Of life.
Frank is
that really puts it down. Dude, there's times that I'll get home 8 o'clock, 8:30, my wife is ready to pass out because she's just so mentally done. You know what I'm saying?
I have nasty solutions for this.
But that's the thing. So I may be in the mood, right? I may be wanting to fucking spin the wheel, but I'm looking at her like, yo, she want to go sleep.
Again, but fuck. You know how many times she be like, nigga, why you ain't wake me up? You don't. It's gonna sound crazy. Even if, you tired? All right, just lay there. You just go to work. And I ain't talking about what you think. I'm talking about what you think.
Or with your hands and you give her a massage.
A massage.
You listen to her, you ask her about her day, you
Rub
give
her
her a
feet.
massage.
See, I don't do enough of that. Honestly, I don't do it. What Ray's saying.
Booty rub.
Y'all two are completely different people. You.
No, but
Ray here talking about you listen to her, you feel her out. John's like,
slap that ass,
rub, smack that ass, nibble that
I ain't say smack that ass. I said booty rub. You said massage, and I said booty rub. Ain't that the same fucking thing?
No.
Yes, it does.
You don't massage the booty.
It usually turns into that.
You gonna give a girl a massage?
I try to
So
aim for
you
that.
telling me you giving your wife a massage, right? You
Starts off
start
at
at
the
the
back.
shoulders, you go all the way to her lower back. You jump over the butt. You start at the fucking quads again, and
Then
go
you put
down
your
to the
thing in between the
gas.
cheeks.
So you skip the butt. You don't massage the booty.
I never said that, but the way you're saying it and the way Ray says it, like Ray's a gentleman.
I'm sure he is. I'm a gentleman too, but at the same time,
I like to rub the butt.
No, I like to please my wife, and period. So I'm gonna do what I have to do that. And sometimes it's listening, and sometimes you just had a stressful day, and don't worry, I got you. You're about to go to sleep. Like
so, outside of the bedroom, what do you do for your wife?
I talk to my wife. I have conversations with my wife. We talk all the time. She tells me her feelings, and I tell her my feelings. We talk, and I grab her butt all the time, and I rub her back. And it's always she's like an affectionate person, so her love language is like touching and shit like that. So I'll just, you know what I'm saying, touches and whatever their love language is, you got to speak to them in that. Sometimes she just want to talk about my feelings. I don't like to talk about my feelings, but I'll make some shit up. I'll not make it up, but I'll let you in a little bit, or I'll listen to your feelings and give you my perspective.
But you know what's funny? This conversation that we're having
love
right now?
language.
Because this is actually a conversation I had recently, with somebody I was talking to, and we were talking about the difference between men and women when cheating, and she was like, I don't know. I feel like it's so fucked up. It's different. Why do men feel like it's so much more offensive when that happens? And it's like, and it's because we see things differently. Most men cheat. It's more because it's just physical.
Our dicks are talking.
But they still love their women. They just like, we're just listening to our dick, and that's it.
You know how many niggas cheat and be like, I will not leave my girl for you.
Exactly.
Out your this is my
but
woman, and I love her, and they mean it.
When women cheat, it's not necessarily physical. And she goes, oh, you know what? I never thought about it that way. Yeah, because they're looking for some emotional disconnection to happen, or my man's not listening to me. But Brad from work
hurts more,
and he's not.
You weren't there for me.
It hurts so much more.
And so
this
there's an emotional connection with that cheating versus
he not rich. He's just a regular nigga, and you chose that regular nigga over this regular nigga.
Yes.
Oh no, it hurts deeper.
Yes,
it's
it
not
does.
just physical.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And so
it's not because the nigga had a 17-inch dick and you couldn't resist.
So when you think about it that way,
damn,
that's the same things that freaking turned them on.
Exaggeration.
Is the shit that they cheat on you with.
Yeah.
There are men who get surgeries to have 17-inch penises.
There's surgery for that?
Yeah.
I did not know you can have surgery.
There is a dick elongation.
Is that covered under my health insurance?
I ain't calling shit
in my search history.
Better private browse, Ray.
Incognito mode.
No, there is a surgery to increase.
I'm not.
Size.
I would never go get a fucking dick surgery size thing. I'm good. I'm fine.
I don't trust
Even
it.
if I don't feel like my dick is the biggest in the world, which clearly it is not, because what are the chances, right? You know what I mean? I mean, I'm 1 out of fucking 7 billion. Oh, no way. But I'm good. I wouldn't want. My dick is precious to me, and it's precious to others. So why would I do? Why would I do that? You think your wife would let you get dick surgery? You think your girl, if y'all had girls and y'all was dating, like whoever your girl, past or present, you think any of your girls would be like, all right, go ahead and get some dick surgery? And if she does say yes, you should feel ashamed. That means she ain't like your dick.
I mean, listen, I got what I got. It is what it is. That's how I look at it.
Would you let your wife get plastic surgery, or would you be okay with her getting ass shots or titty surgery or a tummy tuck or anything like that? Plastic facial surgery, anything?
I would say no initially.
Yeah,
I would say no, but I would support her if she wanted that.
Oh, Ray, you're such a good guy.
Nah, I spazzed out.
Nah.
She said she wanted to get not lipo. Was it lipo? It was something. Remove fat.
You know what? Because
put it somewhere else.
I wouldn't, because then it'll start reflecting on. That's a reflection on you and me in a way, because obviously you're not satisfied with something about yourself.
Do with it.
No, but yeah,
because
why you gotta be involved in it? Why gotta be made about you?
Because nigga, we took
Fucking
vows.
typical man.
Are you kidding me? We are one. We are one. We are one. One. Anything you do to you doing to me. You kidding me? It don't work
actually,
like
if
that.
you gotta appreciate them for what they were in their essence,
so you're smoking right now. You're killing your lungs. So you're doing that to her. That's okay.
Hey, nigga. She smoked too, nigga. So what? So now what? Zing.
She ain't smoking cigarettes.
No, she's not. But it's not the point.
It is the point.
No, it's not.
Anything
Because
I'm
not doing this for vanity.
What does the reason matter?
There's what is the purpose behind your action? That's a whole. It matters a lot.
If you're changing the way you look, you're doing it obviously for a reason.
Are you doing it because you're 600 pounds and you need to? You're trying to live a better lifestyle, or are you worried about your Instagram likes and what people look at you and how they look at you?
That's a whole nother.
What if it wasn't for
well,
that?
She's clearly not 600 pounds.
Even before Instagram, you're obviously doing it for some
Rebecca
attention.
lost mad weight. There's no reason
chances are it's
for
not
you
positive.
to want to do that other than vanity, and I don't like that. I look at you differently when you carry yourself like an insecure person.
The reason why I say that is because I don't have full control over the person. So, my opinion, I'm going to say no. And if they still want to end up getting it, what am I going to do?
Well, yeah, she could do it. I told her, so you can do what you want. I'm not here to tell you what you can and cannot do. Just know that I'm going to talk shit forever. I'm going to let you know that I didn't want you to do that for as long as you're married to me.
I agree with that.
And that's my right.
You would do that too?
I'm not like completely hounding and talk shit about it, but I will really initially basically be upset with the decision that you made, and I'll let it be known, because hourglass figure, Brazilian, done, right? Perfect. But if she was a little lacking in some areas, and I'm into you, you for you.
Yeah. No,
you know what I mean? And everything about you. So now if you're trying to change that,
that's the thing with a nigga, man. Once he find a girl, a woman, whatever no matter what she look like,
exactly,
there is no replacement for her.
Yeah.
Yep.
There is. That doesn't mean I don't find nobody else attractive. It means that you cannot be replaced. I will not take anybody else over you. And so once you start augmenting your body and you start doing things that I didn't fall in love with, I kind of feel like it's a slap in the face to me. It's kind of egocentric, but I didn't want this from you. That's not who I want.
I get it.
When you married me, I was already smoking. You knew. You know what I'm saying? And
you went in for me with all my faults and everything that I have and everything like that, and you know what? And the same thing goes for her. She needs to realize that I'm about you for you and everything you are right now. So if you're changing it, that raises questions.
Yeah, and work for the body that you want.
But what if she's not just... See, yours is a little different, though, because you're talking about some lipo and shit like that. You're talking about the easy way out.
She wants more than that, too, but yeah.
No, but I mean, for that specific thing, you're talking to you. You're looking at it as an easy way out. Not go put in the work, lose it the right way.
Right.
Don't just suck it out, because that's not going to solve
your problem.
Really, the initial reason why you're like that.
Right.
So that's a little different, though.
Yeah.
But what if you have a small titty girl and for her self-esteem, her self-confidence, she wants to be a full C?
What if I like small titties?
What if it's not about you?
So then at that point, I have a right to not be with you no more. I could say I don't. Just like if a girl that's a girl now. You had a dick, and you don't have and just because you don't have a dick no more doesn't mean you not that. That's not what I like. So if you had small titties when I met you, and I like small titties, and now you want to make big titties, I don't like that no more. So I'm wrong.
No.
But what if they're not big? What if they're just
Even if even a smidgen bigger, I like what you had. Those was my perfect ideal titties.
Are you wrong? No, but again, it's not about you.
I mean, you can do what you want, but now at the same time, either I'm gonna stay with you and I'm gonna be unhappy because you did something.
You would be unhappy?
I mean, hypothetically, who's gonna be mad about big titties? I mean, in real life.
Listen, there are some women who are the opposite, who have big titties and want to shrink them.
I'm saying a guy.
And that's because obviously they have back issues, they have whatever other issues going on.
So does the guy have the right to be upset if his wife wants to reduce them? Like he likes big titties.
No, it depends on the reason.
Well, women reduce their breast size
for health reasons.
Wait a minute. You don't have a right. Period about her doing what she wants to do with her body.
So then why the hell did you ask the question to me? I'm trying to figure it out. You asked me what I would think.
Because it's the same thing.
So it was a rhetorical question.
If you're gonna get upset about her adding, you're gonna get equally upset about her reducing.
The reason you would be decreasing your breast size 99% of the time is because it's causing you pain. That when you look up these women who are reducing their breasts, it's because of back pain.
Medical
it's because
issues.
they can't find bras that fit. That's why. So if you have a size triple Z and you telling me you want smaller titties because you can't walk, baby, go get them smaller titties. I want you. It's for your health. But if you telling me you want to go from an A cup to a double Z because you don't feel good in your body, I'm sorry, boo. That's not a good enough reason.
And you know what? And a lot of that, and nobody wants to admit this. And I had this conversation, another conversation recently. The reason why they're doing that is to please what others see about them. It has nothing to do, because if your man is telling you I like you for you, keep you the way you are, and you still have a problem with that, that's a little concerning, because now you care what others perceive you as, and they all claim it. No, it's from our self-confidence, but where we get the idea of beauty from, what society tells us.
Right.
They compare themselves to other women on the internet and see the attention that other women get. And so they say, well, I want that attention too, so let me start doing what these other women are doing. I know this.
So let's reel this back a little.
I was about to say,
let's reel this back. PJ, have we been able to answer your question?
I don't really know the question. That's why I'm trying to figure it out.
The question was about what he can do to enhance the intimacy between him and his wife at the moment.
No, he said that's not the problem. It's just the initial attraction.
Up to the intimacy.
I think I hate to say it. I think I kind of know the answers to it.
It's just your fault. You don't want
to. It's like an easier said than done kind of situation. You know what I mean? And again, for me, I'll say excuse, because to call it just a reason, I think is disingenuous. My excuse is all the nonsense that goes on around, like this overall feeling of fucking exhaustion.
So I know exactly what you're saying. I think a lot of us, when we end up getting married, we just feel like we don't have to try anymore.
We get comfortable.
Yeah.
I think
there may be have some truth to it.
So then we don't end up doing maybe what it is that person ended up liking from us, to get them in that, to make them feel sexy or whatever.
Yeah.
Because it's easier for us because we're very physical creatures, so we don't require much. But with them, like you said, the talking or just the just basic grooming or whatever shit like that. I mean, sometimes that's literally all they need, and just taking them out to dinner, just bullshitting with them, and just making them feel
now
important.
Looking like Wolfman Jack.
Yeah. I think just making them feel important is more of a turn on than. And it depends, because then you have some of them that just get a little turnt and they don't care what you look like and just like, yeah, baby, what's up? And they're just like, they start grabbing you and shit. And I've had that happen. And we've all had that happen. And then there's other times where it's just like, all you gotta do is just take me out to dinner and just be like, hey, what's up? And just be sweet and be nice, and just pay attention to them. And
ever been in a situation where like y'all are both about it, like in your head like shit's about to go down when we get back.
Mm-hmm.
And you get back, back to the house, and you just like, yo, somebody just went up to your candle and blew that shit
Yep. Happens
in half. Like,
happens more often.
there ain't
than
no
you
wick
think.
left. There's nothing, just gone.
Yeah.
That shit sucks.
Happens more often than you think. It does suck.
No, I
To
know
both?
exactly how
To
often.
both?
Yeah, man, you just get home and just like,
You're tired and
But
the
that-
energy is gone.
That's why
like
sometimes
just
you
that
almost,
ambition is just not present.
that's
any
why
longer.
sometimes you gotta take advantage of that shit while it's there. Or,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Because sometimes, because you know what's gonna happen when you get back. It's gonna be
That-
like, oh, home, because you just mentally get in that state of just
Yeah, dude.
relaxation.
But that's another thing though that really does make a difference. Like when you move in with somebody versus like when y'all trying to figure out how to make it happen. Very different circumstance. Because like in your mind, it's like there's always tomorrow. I honestly feel that way. Like it sets in there somewhere. Like we got time. Versus when you're dating, you ain't living together. You know, like you don't see each other all the time. You got to make that effort to see
Right,
each
right,
other. Like
right.
you're really trying to seize every fucking moment. Like
Right.
yo, those fucking car rendezvous are happening. You know what I'm saying? When you live with the person, all of a sudden it's like,
Yeah.
And not to
Well,
mention,
why am I gonna go to the car? Like
It's a sense of urgency.
my
Yeah,
bed's right
there is
there.
none.
yeah.
There is no sense of
Yeah.
urgency. You know what I'm saying?
Like that shit makes it like it. People need to work to make shit happen. You know what I mean? And I don't think you enough. I don't think I realize that enough. Next
Yeah.
thing you know, like time is passing and just like, yo, the fuck?
Yep.
When's the last time we,
And it's tough because when you associate certain things with like relaxation or sleeping, you automatically get into that mode, and it kind of it'll turn it off.
bro, 9 o'clock, 9:30, shut down. It don't matter where I'm at usually.
It sucks. I go through this all the time. Like, we'll be hanging out in front of that TV in the basement, listening to music, smoking, taking shots, whatever. I'm doing anything to try to fucking keep this girl up. She falls asleep on me every fucking night. And I expressed my feelings to her one night, like, yo, you're making me feel like I'm boring you. You know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, no, it's not that. But I'm like, yo, every night, my nigga, like, no matter what I do, no matter what I put on, no matter what we talking about, I feel like I'm boring. And it's a self-confidence thing. So it can hinder you if you don't find new ways to fucking keep the other motherfucker excited.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all about keeping excitement.
Keeping it fresh, man.
Yeah, man. You gotta do different shit.
I got to learn how to block out the noise. Like keep my energy up. Like even coming to meet with y'all today, like there was some shit today that just pissed me the fuck off. Like getting stuck in traffic almost helped because it gave me like
Time to reflect.
it gave me time to unwind from like I had to put the radio on and like I actually was looking for songs to listen to because I happened to be in the one area right that there's no radio signal, there's no phone signal, so whatever was in my fucking phone is what I had to play. So all right, let's see what the fuck is in here. Hey,
Oh, shit.
some fucking te. What's up? I jammed out for a solid 8 minutes because I know that song is stupid long. You know what I mean? But like
It's good to have that though. Time to just be with yourself.
right, but me, I don't.
I know, man. You gotta 2020.
That
Wind
fucking
enough.
turn off, man. I'm learning. I'm
This year-
learning how to turn off.
This year, 2020, you're going to You're gonna take time for yourself. Man. I want you to do better.
I
want you to do better.
But when
take
that
time
happens-
and focus on your relationship.
But you know what?
Woo your wife.
Listen, I think naturally because it just put it all together. If he's out of his element, like he says,
Yeah.
that naturally would come. That energy
Yeah,
will come
man.
back because not focusing
Like-
that on everything else. So if he takes
not-
his,
you're
if he
not
becomes
in
a little bit more
balance.
selfish, not worrying about everybody else.
Yeah.
Naturally, his energy is going to pick up.
Yep.
And actually, that'll resonate to your significant other.
We went
And
to a concert.
telling you.
A
not too long
a
ago.
couple weeks
I
back.
remember.
Yeah, not so long. And we had like a great time. just getting away for that one night, because we stood over there. It was at the Prudential Center. It wasn't far from home or anything like that. But so that we didn't have to drive home. And thankfully we did, because this concert was long as fuck.
Mm.
But, you know, we got back and hung out for a little bit and we went to sleep. There wasn't...
Y'all ain't do nothing in the hotel?
Nah.
But were you happy with that?
Couldn't be.
Yeah, actually. Like...
So that's fine. That's no worries then.
If you cool, she cool.
Would I have been upset had that happened? No. But...
I'd have called you gay if you were. You was upset that you got some pussy that. God damn it!
It was a different level of intimacy, and I was the one that got the tickets to go to this thing because I would say to myself like, "Oh, like we need a change up. Like we're doing this fucking monotonous life. Get up, go to work, come home,
and
go to sleep."
But you know what?
You know, like it's just too much. And then where her and her job, like it was. Just,
I agree with you that life gets monotonous, but that is life. It is. It's not the only thing you do in life, but the majority, I would say 85% of life is getting up, doing the things you don't want to do, so that eventually along the way, you cannot.
I wake up every day and I do what it is that I want to do.
Not everybody is afforded that opportunity. And generally speaking, not to say that he doesn't want to run a shop, but he would rather, if all things being equal, if he had one choice in the world, he would probably want to spend his entire day with his wife talking and doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's important to do those things. No, I'm
he's like, I don't know. Part of it would be with Mount Marty, but I don't know. Maybe play some cards.
Listen, real talk. No, I would not want to spend my whole day with my wife right now. Mm-hmm. Right now, because of this feeling of not having my own time.
I said all things being equal. I said if you don't have no worries.
Basically, if you had everything in balance.
Everything was good. You would want to spend all. I mean, listen.
Yeah.
I married my best friend. I married the person that I want to be with forever, and that's not just forever. 8 hours out of the day. Like I'm prepared in some scenarios to be with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because that's what I chose. I chose you. You're my favorite person. Yes, you get on my fucking nerve. But if I had the choice, I would be around you forever.
Oh, John, you're so sweet.
No, I mean, I guess you could say that, but I found my person. Yeah, man. I found my person, and you found your person, and it's precious.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
She's awesome, and she's awesome for you. And
shout out to Marty.
Facts. You have this business. I don't want to see your relationship diminish because of your everyday stresses. I know you're trying to be out here getting it. Sometimes y'all niggas need to turn on Netflix or Disney Plus for a day. Turn your phones off. Get some fatty foods and do nothing. Get the dogs to your parents.
I agree, but to a certain extent, aside from sitting at home, go out and do shit.
Yeah, again, it comes down to the energy though.
Well, sometimes the reason I say sit at home is because sometimes you are separate so much that you kind of don't know each other anymore. Mm-hmm. And being out in public is cool because you're around social and you get to do things and stuff like that. But sometimes you forget the person that you fell in love with. You forget who they are. You forget how y'all interact, and it disappears.
It goes to what I said though. It's comfort because like. I feel like my wife's a G. Like she knows the stress and the headaches and all that stuff. Like she don't. My wife is low maintenance. I've said it before. You know what I'm saying? Like she holds shit down.
We have good wives.
But then I think I take that for granted though. You know what I mean? And I forget my responsibilities to her at the same time. Because of that, because you just get accustomed to certain things. You know what I mean?
Yo, and shout out to you for having the guts to even say this live.
Like on the internet, like this is on the internet.
You know?
Respect.
I mean, I appreciate it, but I really don't think that I'm the only one that that goes through that and maybe just doesn't. Maybe there's people out there that don't realize that
I think that's more common than you think.
they're
actually.
doing this stuff though. Right? I think it is. No, I know it's common, but it's a matter of acknowledging it and like sitting back and going, wait a minute. Like my wife said, like, what do you do for your wife? In all aspects. You know, like there's a chauvinistic idea that women are supposed to provide and be the doers, right? Men are the providers, but the women.
I'll give you the tools. You go do it.
Women are the doers, right?
Here's the money. Go handle it.
Right? Here are the kids.
Do it.
Take care of them.
Yeah.
Right? Like I made them. Now you figure it out from there.
It's not, and it's not easy. It's not easy.
No, but
It's not easy.
you know, from the guy's side, right? We can't speak for the woman's side, and obviously y'all are in a better position than I am.
We're just older and we've been doing it for. We're not. You're gonna get there
for whatever reasons. You guys have a different grasp of your situations. You know,
yeah.
Different situations, different reactions.
Like that, man. Sex life used to be non-existent.
Listen,
communication used to be non-existent.
But that's the thing. Maybe having the 4 kids, you know, gave you that
bond,
that sense of urgency, and that bond. Like shit, like I have needs, you have needs. We got 4 kids. We need to figure this out to make this shit happen.
We felt like we were under attack, so we had to bond together, and that's really we're under attack.
You know. Wow.
That's really what it is. We got to stick together, bro. It's just us. It's just us, me and you. We're the only ones that understand each other.
You know,
we got to stick together.
Even for you, having had, you know, having been married before and having the ability to reflect on what worked and what didn't. You know, it can really give you a different perspective on that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And even with Fabian, like being even in the single one now, like that's really out there, putting himself out there. That shit's mad fresh, right? A lot of his encounters right now are super fresh.
No.
You know, like that's when the heat is on. Like, woo. It don't take much. Just look at you funny, and all of a sudden, like,
oh, you're new. I've never seen somebody smile like that before.
You know, it's like a metal detector. You know what I'm saying? He's just walking through the mall, and his shit's just beeping all over the place.
Yeah, but you're still winning it. No offense, but it's better to be married at this age.
I'm not saying it's not, but like the perspectives are just different.
Yeah.
You know, they're just different.
Dang, bro. I don't know. Is it better?
Yes. I mean, we've all been 21, 22, and you slept with girls, and you've been out, and you've partied, and at the end of the night, you just feel lonely and empty.
I would have to argue that it's not, man. I don't think there's any age that it's better to be married or not.
Well, I'm saying, you know, the older you get, the more lonely you get, is my point.
That's not true.
People start falling off.
A lot of people,
The amount of people that you talk to at 17 is not the amount of people that you talk to every day. Today.
I wouldn't. See, I can't even say this because I feel like my mindset would just be completely different. I was gonna say I couldn't be single today.
I could. I mean, I would have to.
That's because you know
I would have to be.
You married to the person that you wanted to marry.
That's the thing. Like your energy levels are just different. Like because I completely remember being in a committed relationship
with somebody else,
breaking up, and then it's like, yo. Where are we going? Who's gonna be there?
My dick is dry. Who's gonna wet it?
I mean,
is that not what y'all niggas was saying?
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you tuning in. I'm Frank, aka PJ, here with John.
Yo, get your dick wet, bro.
Ray.
Yeah, good night.
Fabian.
Get it.
We appreciate you tuning in. Remember to catch us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
The Bible, the Constitution.
At Alpha 5 Podcasts. Remember, we are all alphas at something. Peace.